Ma, Phil is not gay.
You mean you're gay? What, your friend Gina's having some sort of membership drive?
Ma.
Dorothy, I know you don't get many dates, but stick with what you know. At your age, it's very hard to break into something new.
For that jacket, and before you walk out of here with it, why, there's something that I want to say to you.
What?
The zipper sticks a little.
Pardon me, excuse me, sir. Would it be possible for me to try that jacket on just for a minute?
No time, ma'am. Michael has to get to the concert.
Look,
I felt the same way about Haywood Boyle, the star pitcher on our high school baseball team. An amazing athlete. That boy had exceptional control. He was always up for...
I feel like a lady again.
Not the man. Anyway, my devotion to God doesn't waver, but suddenly the idea of living with a bunch of guys in itchy robes doesn't seem quite as appealing as that took.
change?
No. I'm saying that when Michael is 83 and his retirement home burns down, you're... Oh, that's right. You'll be dead. See ya, pussycat.
And?
And get this. They said the inspector quit 3 days after the Shady Pines fire. It seems he mysteriously came into some money and moved to an exclusive Palm Beach neighborhood. Do you know what that means?
Rose, of course I know what this means.
Then will you explain it to me?
We'll start first with Blanche from the Green Team. Blanche, show us your stuff.
You first, Mr. Game Show host.
Blanche, spin the wheel. You are landing on...
I'm not falling for those big sad eyes and floppy ears and wet nose. The last time I did it ended in divorce. And Stan couldn't even catch a Frisbee in his teeth. Oh, listen. Honey, it's not a personal thing. Now, I don't hate you. As a matter... You were saying...
Well, I was about to say I'm going to be in town for a few more days. Could we get together Friday night?
Oh, I can't on Friday. The high school where I teach is having its senior prom that night. I promised I'd chaperone.
Can you bring a date?
Oh, come on, you can't be serious.
I'll buy you a corsage.
Make it orchid. What's wrong?
I will tell you what's wrong. I took Rose here on my shoot today, and they want to use her hands. Imagine, they want to use my face, but her hands. Can you believe it? The monarch butterfly spreading its wings as it emerges from the miracle of the cocoon.
She got him to pay for half the room.
Or the sturdy cypress reaching heavenward, tall and mighty and proud.
That one, I think, is pretty self-explanatory.
But the important thing is, you're our chucklehead. and we wouldn't trade you in for any other chucklehead in the whole wide world. Why don't you take it, Dorothy?
Honey, you listen to me. What you did was great. It was historic. Honey, you're what?
Look, it's my marriage. I never should have come here in the first place. That was a big mistake. We'll be out of here first thing in the morning.
He trips on his thongs and falls into a volcano.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, Sophia, did we wake you?
I heard noise. I thought it was robbers, so I hid my jewels. Now I can't remember where.
Ma, you don't have any jewels.
Thank God, because I can't find them.
You know, I get up there and tell a few jokes about the teachers, about the cafeteria food. Ma, do you remember, you call this tapioca?
timeless.
The kids really liked me. I mean, they laughed. I felt great.
Oh, beautiful. Mwah. I'll call you in the morning and make the arrangements. So long, Sophia. You're beautiful, too.
Why did I ever marry that man?
Because he knocked you up.
It's a very expensive piece of jewelry.
Please, buddy.
I think I've taken enough from you and Charlie already.
What?
Listen, I hate emotional scenes. I'm the only Irishman in Boston who...
Oh, what are we gonna do?
Well, I guess we'll have to cancel.
Oh, no, we can't cancel. Oh, Frank, first grade is when kids take an interest in reading. Why can't we recast it with adults?
Where are we going to find an adult with the childlike naivete to play Henny Penny?
No, that's the difference between men and women, I guess. We can do it no matter what. Rose, I adored Molly, my wife. We were married 34 years. Never slept with another woman.
Ma, he's tired of being a lawyer, so he's joining the circus.
What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, right. One day the man's a lawyer, the next he's a clown. Perfectly natural.
Ma, please, this is hard enough as it is.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I just tend to get a little upset when people...
What do you say?
No visible means of life support. I like that in a man. Let's roll.
You know, I always hoped my mother would meet a nice couple.
And again. And again.
Sophia, I still cannot believe you talked us into that.
Please, you three look gorgeous.
Dorothy, you're home. Where's Angela?
Still out in the car. I had Angela. You were supposed to wait in the car. Did anyone see you?
Relax. Somebody passed by and I made like I was a lawn jockey. I think it worked. His dog
Just 39 cents each. I bought 4 gross. Anybody in the mood to remove some plaque?
Oh, Ma, you have almost 600 toothbrushes here. People don't use that many in a lifetime, and at your age...
Please. I'm way ahead of you. I bought half pink, half blue. So after I'm gone, you...
Counts for something.
Well, I guess you're right. But I still wish my wake hadn't been such a disaster.
Well, look on the bright side. You'll have another one.
Hey, Dorothy, what's your pleasure?
Claude Akins on a waterbed.
My husband was a fan. Not of the cigars, the boxes. We used to keep all our fine cutlery in one.
Blanche was right. She said you were incorrigible.
I guess I deserve it. I always say she's a cheap slut.
Maybe we better be going.
Yes. It was
Bruce Willis's hair.
Blanche, I want to talk to you.
I'm in no mood to fight.
Neither am I. That's what I want to talk about. We've been at each other's throats for weeks. We've also been running ourselves ragged, trying to outdo each other. It has to stop.
I'm not giving Fidel up, Sophia.
God, where are the paramedics?
I'll go call them again. Rose, you'll stay with Dorothy.
Oh, Dorothy, she'll be fine. I'm sure it isn't a heart attack. A heart attack's bigger. I've seen a heart attack. Charlie had a heart attack.
And it wasn't like this?
Oh, it was much worse.
If only the paramedics would get here.
Anna said she was.
She looks like hell.
Thank you, Blanche.
Oh, you know, I think in my novel my heroine will be sick. Tragically sick, but snatched back from death by a doctor.
What the hell doing home?
Let's not get all mushy.
You chickened out, didn't you?
No, we went, or at least we started to. Halfway there, we ran.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does Rose know?
No.
Oh, good. I don't think you ought to tell her. After all, she's not as worldly and sophisticated about these things as I am.
Absolutely. If she finds out Danny Thomas is a lesbian, it'll break her.
He is gorgeous, isn't he, girl? There's not a woman at the museum who hasn't been after him from the day he arrived.
Oh, women can be so silly. They think because you are an artist, you must also be a great lover. They think because you are...
Good morning.
Well, good morning.
Rose Nyland, you little devil, just look at you.
Why?
Don't you get coy with me now, I can tell.
Okay.
I can carry a book. It's a free country. Even the Statue of Liberty carries a book.
You were driving again.
Who says?
This phone book is still warm. You were sitting on it so you could see over the steering wheel.
You know me, safety first.
You stole my car?
Only
Me, just a little. Thank you. You know, I have been practicing law for many, many years. It has always amazed me how little my job actually had to do with justice.
What are you two doing up?
It's not important. Go back to bed.
Ma, it's 5:30 in the morning. It's a little early to be selling lunch.
We wanted to get the best corner before Johnny No Thumb shows up with his lunch wagon.
Johnny No Thumbs?
Well, actually, he has several fingers missing from each hand. Oh, Dorothy, push the doorbell.
The door's open.
I know, but push it anyway.
Blanche, what's wrong?
Nothing. What is it, Blanche?
Nothing.
But you've been crying, honey. Or are those tears of joy?
Joy. Joy.
Is that joy?
It doesn't look like joy. Not Lebanese, Blanche.
Lesbian. This was just delicious.
I'm glad you feel more comfortable.
Oh, yes. I don't know why I was nervous in the first place.
Boy, you should see this bedroom. A giant screen TV, a big round bed, and lights that go on when you clap. My hands are raw.
Girls, I just realized we're about to go through the Zumbo Falls Tunnel.
Rose, honey, listen. There's something we want to tell you.
Not now. We could be in trouble. People have been known to vanish off the face of the earth when they go through that tunnel.
Honey, that's just ridiculous.
Hold on. Here we go.
Rose, listen. It's about your biography.
Queen, think about it in your room, Your Highness. I need to use the throne.
You're a wonderful plumber's assistant, Dorothy. Not worrying about the end of the world.
Hey, what's with the long faces?
Oh, we were just talking about the bomb.
Very nice. You haven't even seen my new act.
No, we were not talking about you.
Everybody's going to be talking about me when they see what I cooked up for the talent show. Breakfast in his underwear. I hope that's not a problem for anyone.
I need a cigarette.
No, Dorothy, you sit right down here. Now, you need to exercise a little self-control. Dorothy, listen, you can quit smoking. Now, just do it the way I did it. Just taper off. Smoke only after sex.
Good idea.
Started hitting him with your purses?
Hey, he was cheating on me.
He got off easy. Back in Sicily, if Uncle Bruno had heard about this, boy, would he have been in hot water. Ooh, what would Uncle Bruno have done to him?
You're hard of hearing? She just told you. He would have put him in hot water.
Well, at least something good came out of this. You two are close again. It is. Well, I don't know why I put you through all this. Now that I think of it, I guess there were times that Charlie was a little boring. Not that I loved him any less.
That's all I ask, Rose, that you love me even when I'm boring.
Oh, I do, Miles.
Okay, it's time to take off.
Wait, high school?
Try 70.
I'll be the oldest mother. What I always loved about my children was everybody thought I was their sister. My body will never come back from this one.
It barely came back from the last one.
This is too depressing. I'm going back to bed.
Oh, baby. She's
come to dinner tomorrow.
Oh, hello.
Hello, I don't think we've met. I'm Martha McDowell from next door.
Hi, Martha. I see you've met my son Alfonso and my grandson Bobby. They're here from New York on a fishing trip. Thus far, all they've caught is a cold. Nice to...
Having trouble with this course, and I'd hate to see you have to repeat it.
You know, Professor Cooper, I've been thinking about what you said, and I have no intention of repeating this course.
Good. I'm glad you decided to take me up on my offer.
Oh, I'm declining your offer, but I do want to thank you.
For what?
Well, thanks to you, this day, Ham Lushbow remains the one man in my entire life I could not conquer. The one! But come Saturday night, I have a feeling my record's going to be intact again.
I wouldn't be so sure if I were Blanche. Sometimes these things aren't meant to be. Like
you can't watch.
Well, I was thinking maybe someplace like Williamsburg, Virginia. Or maybe Washington, D.C.
You're moving, Rose? Too bad. This would be touching if I liked you more.
I'm not moving so back of the head of an honest man. And after seeing him face up in the casket today, not a bad-looking guy either.
Thanks, Rose. It's not exactly what I'd like to say about my brother Phil.
I'm sorry. I wish I could help.
Oh, honey, you've been more than a help. I don't think I would have gotten through these past few days without you. I mean, for holding this event on a night when my hang glider is in the shop and Congress is in recess and the lepers are on Geraldo. Go ahead, Rose.
Right, Dorothy. All right, now let's start the bidding at $5
with Mrs. Claxton and...
Oh, Blanche, now you were dreaming.
I am telling you, this house is possessed by her spirit.
Morning.
Oh, Sophia, listen. Last night in the middle of the night, about 2 in the morning, did you hear some awful, terrible, ghastly sounds?
Heard him. I made him. There's a reason they put expiration dates on cottage cheese. My kingdom.
Well, she keeps calling. What should I do?
I'll get you off that phone. Rose, I've fallen and can't get up. Help me!
I can't help you right now. I'm on the phone.
Be if they grow up, not when they grow up. That's why I'm asking you to please unplug your bombs. I'll bet my bottom dollar, or in your case, your bottom ruble, that if you called President Reagan, he'd do the same thing. It's just someone has to be first. Thank you. Walking by that sausage case back there really brought back a lot of memories.
Sausage opens a floodgate for many of us, Rose. What's this, Blanche?
Smoked oysters.
Oh, come on now. I know we said...
Just afraid of starting all over at my age. My daughter's checking me into a lovely retirement home called Shady Pines.
That's great. Come on out to the Lanai and I'll give you the lowdown on Shady Pines. You know, who does what for cigarettes?
Come again?
I wasn't going to say anything about this, Dorothy, but I won't be able to sleep until I do. I feel that you have backed me into a corner. And when I am backed into a corner, I come out fighting like a wildcat. Unless I've had too much to drink, in which case I slide.
Ball game on the hottest day of the year.
I know it. I'm all hot and sweaty. I'm short of breath, and I'm physically exhausted.
You'd think I had a good time.
You didn't have fun?
Only thing I really enjoyed was stealing second base.
When have you not enjoyed sliding under a man in uniform?
Well, it's volume 7 of the encyclopedia.
My mother talked me into getting her the new Stephen King.
Well, we do have the one that came out last Tuesday.
Well, as long as it's not about some little creature who finds new and inventive ways of terrorizing.
Who comes up with the best new song about the city of Miami?
$10,000?
That's right, I'm going to enter.
Oh, you?
Well, Dorothy, I happen to have written songs before. I wrote the fight song for our high school. Onward, St. Olaf, they still sing it. Onward, St. Olaf, onward we go, onward and on.
What in the world is that?
Herring pie. The surprise is you think it's pie, like an apple, you know, but when you bite into it, it's herring. What fun!
It'll never happen again.
I really can't believe this, Ma. You, of all people, should know the value of this ring.
Dorothy, please, I was just trying to buy time. I can't give up the ring until I know the Pope is going to bless Agnes.
It doesn't matter what your reasons are. Ma, this ring is important. It was wrong to take it, and I'm going to see that it gets back first thing
I doubt if the Canterbury Tales is going to come up in a huddle.
I agree, Dorothy. Saturday's game was a big one. And speaking as a former cheerleader and ex-bad girl in a health film, I can tell you the importance of school-sanctioned extracurricular activities.
Now, look, I want you both...
Trim the hedges, mow the lawn, paint the patio furniture, wash the windows, clean out the garage, scrub the denture cup.
I added that. I hate doing it.
What about it? Dorothy, it is this hair that I hate more than all the others. It mocks me. You're psychotic. Because I'm bald?
Because you're kidnapping me.
I'm not kidnapping you. I'm taking you to church.
I am having a good time.
Well, thank you, Steve. Now, here's the vitamins. Take them when you get up.
Oh, but sometimes I get up at 4 a.m. to, well, you know.
I know. Boy, do I know.
Yeah, but I'm sure afterwards Stevie doesn't yell, "Help, come get me, my feet are asleep." That's when Stan did his walrus imitation with the straws up his nose.
Sure have come a long way since then.
Yeah, now Stan uses breadsticks.
I had quite a crush on you.
You did?
Sure did. And that's why I'm glad we're here together tonight. I know it makes...
I found it.
Good morning.
Ma.
Are you talking to me?
Don't even speak to me, Rose. What you did was...
You don't tell them their fathers did.
Now, look. Big Daddy didn't sound sick when I talked to him. He was just missing me. And Virginia's always accusing me of not being there when the family needs me. This is just her way of getting me to rush home. Believe me, everything's fine.
Well, just the same, Blanche, I think I better go to Atlanta with you. Because, you know, she didn't want to gain weight. And then after lunch, she walked out of the restaurant and a gargoyle fell off the building, hit her on the head, and killed her. Oh, no. I mean, look at what her last meal was.
That is tragic with her.
Well, what specifically is it about Dorothy that is disruptive to the household?
It's nothing specific. It's her entire general attitude.
Yeah, like that time a couple of weeks ago. Was it week before last?
When we came back.
Next time I ask her, her pickup.
Come in.
Hi, Dorothy.
Oh, hi, Rose.
Is it my stroke or did they do this already?
How's Sophia?
Well, she's over that crazy idea about Sicily, but she's still very concerned about going to jail.
Who wouldn't be? It's a terrifying prospect to think about. Prison, the coldness of it, the steel bars, the wedges of cheese hanging overhead.
And tell the dirtbag he can come.
Forget it, Mom. I can just as easily limbo down the aisle.
Relax, honey, relax. I just want to get it all out of my system before he gets here. Now go ahead, call him.
I'll call him. You talk to him.
Oh, well, all right. If I can get through an entire wedding with him, I should be able to handle this.
What a tool.
Blanche, if you want to change your mind, there's still time to get to the funeral.
Dorothy, come look at these old pictures. Suppose all the greats knew this feeling. And the thing is, after all this, I've decided not to sell my book. It's too good to sell. They can publish it after I'm dead, like Vincent Van Gogh.
Van Gogh was a painter, Blanche.
Whatever, it's all the same thing. I want to do it.
Ladies, I'm afraid I don't have the time now. I'm doing another project in town. I have to meet with the director to discuss the nuances of the character I'll be portraying.
Oh, I think I read about that. Aren't you playing a tangerine in a television commercial?
Yes.
Oh, how excited.
That pizza was delicious.
The best.
There's still one piece left. Who wants it?
I do.
I do. Oh,
Well, I can split it 3 ways.
What am I supposed to do, lick the box?
Ma, you don't like store-bought pizza.
Being a gentleman, I realize this time it's only Stan, but next time it could be somebody appealing or charming or at least reasonably good looking. No offense, Stan.
None taken. Dorothy, could we talk for a minute?
Of course, for a minute. Come on.
You bring your wife with you, or did you make her stay home and clean out her toy box?
We never had a barbecue in St. Olaf after the tragedy.
I guess we have to ask.
No, we don't. She was crying out with pain and making the most spectacular comeback since Dennis Hopper.
Are you all right, Sophia? Of course I'm all right. It's just that halfway to the contest I realized I forgot the wine.
For your muscles, Marinara?
No, for me. I always drink wine during cooking contests and my sister Sam.
You stop being an idiot. Bob Hope is not going to call, and he is not going to MC our show.
What do you mean? I said he'd be here and he will.
Rose, this is not Miracle on 34th Street. You are a grown woman holding on to childhood fantasies. Bob...
Each other bloody. It just isn't fair.
But to whom? To the gamblers? Gambling is illegal in this state.
Besides, you're such an underdog, even Betty the Weasel won't give odds. I overheard that at bingo the other night.
This way, everybody wins and nobody gets hurt. Now, what's wrong with that?
You use a phrase to mean something else. Like when I say men are blinded by my beauty. They're not really blinded. They get their sight back in a day or two.
Oh, Barbara, this is my mother, Sophia.
Ah, Sophia, your daughter is one of the most beautiful people I've ever met.
Look, they're putting a bunk bed and a chair. Look, Dorothy, a chair. This isn't going to be so bad. This isn't going to be bad at all.
Yeah, well, I suppose.
Blanche, can we get out of here? It's starting to get dark.
You know, Dorothy, in some way...
I don't think that they look ridiculous. You know, I was in a restaurant the other night. A man of about 60 walked in wearing 4 gold chains and his shirt open to his navel. Well, I thought the people were staring at the scars to his bypass surgery. They were staring at the 22-year-old blonde on his arm. And, honey, he was... Rose, what are you doing?
I'm trying to lure that UFO back with a flashlight and a pie pan. I read an article once in the St. Olaf Times that says this is the best way to do it.
That was a good one, sir.
And this is Sophia Petrillo.
Well, thank you for letting me visit your home.
You know, where I come from, when you visit somebody, you bring a little something. A marble cake would have been nice.
Sophia! What? This is the President of the United...
You mean you didn't get dumped?
Well, actually, I did, by my landlord. He threw me out of my apartment, but I couldn't sleep with his best friend. He's over 80 years old and thinks he's the Archduke Ferdinand.
Why did he throw you out?
Well, the new owners of the building...
And last but not least is a grandmother of 6, Sophia Petrillo. Sophia, it says here that you and Dorothy are mother and daughter.
No, Guy. Rose is my daughter now. And you, Dorothy, are the biggest disappointment to hit the streets since the AMC Pacer. He's smart, but I'm wise. When it comes to a real problem, I'm the one who has to set it straight whether I want to or not. Let me tell you a little story, Doctor, and I want you to be the judge.
Sophia, are you busy?
No, I'm just drawing a line in the milk and magnesia bottle. Why? I think the gardener's been sneaking a few sips. Headache? Have you lost all your pride?
No, but keep it up. We're getting there.
This is unforgivable.
Look, Ma, I admit I made a mistake with Stan tonight, but I will deal with it. I mean, this isn't going to ruin my life. It was wrong, I know that, but now it's over.
It better be, because I won't allow it. Not my...
I'm sorry.
I'm not going back out there. He'll never miss me.
Well, of course he'll miss you, Rose. You're the one he came to see.
But he can talk to you. Why should he care about what I'd have to say? I'm just not smart enough to keep up.
Oh, now, Rose, that is not true.
It is, and you know it. I've never felt...
My life.
But it did turn out to be a lovely Valentine's cruise.
Well, it did not. We never even had to use those condoms.
You didn't? I used every one of mine. Late at night, I filled them with water and threw them at the people in the limbo line.
I had presents, but I never had a clown. Not until I was much older. But that's another story.
My parents always made each of us feel like we were the favorite. They loved all 9 of us equally. We used to have the best Christmas Eves. Daddy'd sit at Grandma's old player.
Oh, Michael gave me that. Let's go. I can't believe it. A grandchild.
Little Roger.
Roger? What do you want him to be, a choreographer? It's Lamar.
That's for the guests.
All right. There's my little girl.
Daddy, I can't believe it's you.
Daddy? You mean you're dead, Daddy?
Yes.
You see what lengths people went to come to your wedding.
I heard you were
Why didn't you tell me it was Father Leahy?
Well, I assumed you knew.
No, I didn't. I mean, frankly, I'm a little embarrassed.
Yeah, well, me too. Well, what difference does it make? We can still be...
Ma!
It's okay, she changed her mind.
Oh, God.
I know, Dorothy, I know.
Oh, that must be the Lillistrands.
Frank, we love you, but you are out of here.
Give me a minute.
Sure.
Listen, you're just
broccoli or cream corn?
Rose, you're terribly upset. Corn, please.
I'm not upset. I couldn't care less.
I guess I owe you an explanation.
You owe me a lot more than that. Why didn't you ever come to visit me?
Rose, I stayed away because I...
Yes, and yours aren't?
Please, Gloria, I'm happy for your children, all except Catherine. No, she really should have taken the nose job instead of the Mustang for graduation.
This reminds me of when we were little, and you used to tell me bedtimes.
Gotta go.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? I thought you were staying till the end of the week.
Well, I just got a call for a gig in New Orleans, and this time I don't have to wear a tie.
Good luck to you, sweetheart. And you call me when you get there.
I will.
I bought a nectarine.
Are you ready? I just heard Rose and Kirsten pull up.
Oh, let's hide.
Wait, you really think it's such a great idea to scream surprise at someone who just had heart surgery?
Surprise!
For who?
I never understood why people throw rice at weddings anyway.
Because tomatoes leave stains.
Could I talk to you two ladies in the living room, please? I have some...
Morning, Rose, Dorothy. What a night. Did you hear that racket out front? I didn't sleep at all. I think Dreyfus has the hots for our lawn flamingo.
Ma, we don't have...
Well, I'm leaving. I found a compatible roommate. Here's my new address and phone number.
Oh, come on, Ma, you're joking.
It's no joke. Ciao. Auf Wiedersehen. Arrivederci and sayonara.
Sophia, how was your date last night?
Tony Del Vecchio is a dreamboat. I wouldn't mind glancing over at the night table and seeing his teeth next to mine.
Ma, please. I mean, it's probably silly, but I'm not that comfortable hearing about your romance. He told me the truth about what happened.
Well, I hate to say I told you so, but I did. I told you so.
Honey, I'm sorry for not believing you. There's no excuse for my behavior.
There most certainly isn't.
I guess when it came down to it, I didn't believe you because I didn't.
Boy, you writers never stop using your imagination. Well, goodbye.
Where are you going?
It's Saturday night. I'm all dressed up. There's a car honking for me. Think, Dorothy. Remember something called a date?
And we hire a band to play fish songs in pirate suits with muscles bulging.
Your mouth is red peppers, oregano, garlic, chicken fat, and lard. Sophia swears it works every time. Now eat up.
Oh, this is disgusting.
What's disgusting?
Your cure for the flu. Marquis at Caesar's Palace. Rain, Rose.
Where is that idiot Stan? Angela will be here from the airport any minute.
I don't know where he is. You know, Stan's always late. He was even late for our first date.
And then you were late.
You know, you really have to give Max and Sophia credit. This business was their dream, and they're going after it. I just wish I'd done that with my dream.
Fine. Honey, would you check on the pizzas? One may be ready.
Well, why don't you want to hear about my dream?
Because it is all...
She has to see what a real date is like.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Petrillo. She's just not my type.
I see. How about Mr. Hamilton? Is he your type?
What time should I pick her up?
7:30 and buy her something pretty.
Okay, but if you want me to kiss her goodnight, it's going to cost you extra.
we expecting company?
Yep, Barbara Thorndike. I introduced myself after the lecture. We went out and had coffee and talked for hours. She has a cramp, you pea brain.
All that money, and we only went twice. Can you believe it?
What are you cooking now, Ma?
A Petrillo family delicacy. Double fudge, amaretto, ricotta cheesecake. What's in it? This cake is... I buried them.
I can't understand is why they didn't take my Chinese vase. Who would want it?
Ma.
You know why this happened? Because we're without men.
What?
I don't know what happens or why. All I know is when I had a husband, I didn't worry. Maybe nothing happened to me because I had a...
And of course she had that part nailed. And I thought she brought the show to life. She really made it work for me. Only was in the third act. So when they cast her as Sophia, I thought they saw Torch Song Trilogy. They saw what I saw, and that's what I believed all these years. I didn't know this.
Miami, Miami, you've got style. Blue sky, sunshine, white sand by the mile. When you live in this town, each day is sublime. The coldest of winters are warm and divine.
Esther.
Now, do you love me the way you did Sal?
I thought I did, but now I think I might have confused a great friendship with a great love.
Boy, if this was Ronald Coleman and Greer Garson, there wouldn't be a dry eye in the house.
This is the kind of mistake you're supposed to make when you're 19. It gives me...
Don't be silly, Dorothy. They're delicious. You just have to know how to eat them. You hold your nose with one hand, and you pop a Crispy in your mouth with the other. It tastes like cheesecake, fresh strawberries, and chocolate ice cream.
$1,000. God, life is beautiful.
Now I don't feel nearly so guilty about spending all that money on this leather jacket.
Blanche, I don't mean to be a party pooper, but it looks like they sold you a jacket that someone returned. It's kind of beat up.
No, Rose, that's the way it's supposed to look. It's an aviator jacket.
But Shady Pines making boats out of popsicle sticks.
I've had it. I've just had it. In the past few days, I have been turned down for every available part-time job in Dade County that didn't involve selling cocaine.
I didn't say that. Oh, that's what you meant. Well, you have filled out a little bit, but I don't want you to be upset over this, Becky Sue, now, because we can fix it. I'm going to put you on a diet, baby, and I'm going to make you stay on it.
Mama, I don't want your help. I'm happy just the way I am.
Happy, baby. Look at yourself. How could you be happy?
Skipping all through this house, so carefree. I could almost hear her laughing. You know, I can almost feel her spirit here. And if I can feel her spirit here, then why is it so ridiculous that Blanche feels the spirit of her
Well, then, so what is it, Stanley?
I'll show you. It's time. Let me turn it up.
Hi, it's me, Stan Zbornak, and you may be wondering why I'm dressed like a potato.
That's what's different.
It's because I've invented the Zaborni, America's first baked potato opener. Now you can open...
European girls don't shave under their arms.
Is that true?
They just let it all hang out.
Really?
Bushy as can be.
Well, what do they look like in a strapless dress?
Like Milton Berle over there. Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's popular cow during mating season.
I do love the rain so. It reminds me of my first kiss.
Your first kiss was in the rain.
No,
and one night.
I know.
Yes, but this is a very important... Yes, I understand. I understand.
He needs help. I never thought this could happen to my father. Other people's parents get old and grow frail and need taken care of, but Somehow I'd always thought Big Daddy would go on forever.
Honey, we all think of our fathers that way. We remember them as... To relax when you have to speak in front of a group of people is to imagine what they all look like naked.
Really?
Yep. And if you do it right, you'll probably even start to laugh.
I even tried to help her find her little old gypsy mama.
Well, I lied to Stan. I used to tell him how great he was in bed. It was really very difficult, but fortunately I only had to tell him on his birthday.
And you're talking about his wife. So, did you bring the bimbo?
Chrissy's back in Maui. I just came to sell a piece of property that Dorothy and I bought when we were in Miami on our honeymoon. Just sign on the last page.
Read it first. The last time you had you sign something, I ended up in a home.
Yeah, that's very funny, Rose. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a bite to eat. I passed this burger joint around the corner. Look like there might be some kids there.
Oh, but Dollar, wait a minute, you just got here. Oh, I'd really prefer you to stay. I planned a special meal for you, David.
Tomorrow, I love leftovers.
Well, what time will you be back?
And unless we use them as placemats, your sister will never know.
Finally, someone she can talk to.
I just hope it doesn't make a fuss when my sister's here.
I thought you hate this sister who's coming.
I do.
Oh, it must be at least 103, and the mall was impossible.
Did you get something for the grandchildren?
Oh, please. You know, Robbie wants a Batman hat. I went to 6 different stores. They were all sold out. I finally went to one store where they had one hat left, and another woman saw it. Oh,
I camped on his stallion and rode that horse thief down, and then to teach me a lesson about the justice system, Granddaddy dragged that horse thief into court, with me as the star witness. I had to testify in front of a packed courtroom. You must have been terrified. Oh, honey, I was. I didn't know what to wear.
How could the stand have burned to the ground?
I don't know.
We were so careful.
I have a confession to make. The reason I sent you 2 ahead and said I'd lock up is because I wanted a cigarette. And I guess I didn't put it out.
Oh, well, I wouldn't.
Horrible. Oh, I love you already. In fact, I haven't felt this way about a dog since Rusty.
Oh, God, not the Rusty story again.
Charlie brought him home as a present after our first child was born.
Oh, I wish we had a doggy door so I could push your head through it.
You're not a mechanical person, Dorothy. You never were. For the first 3 months of your life, you tried to breastfeed off my Cameo.
Rose, come on. Do you really think we could do it?
Well, it might take a little time, but we'd sure save a lot of money.
Then let's...
Of course, nobody ever made fun of her for that. Anyway, when old Space Needle was in high school, she drank some cherry herring and made love in the backseat of a Fjord Fjerlane. Local car. Leaf story.
Please, Rose, if this is a story about a man named Leaf, I don't want to hear it.
It's not that long.
No.
It has a surprise ending.
All right, Rose, just the ending, but keep it short.
Splat.
Yeah! I ate a tuna sandwich on that plate this afternoon.
Stan, I'm never going to forgive you for this. My niece is getting married in the spring. What's her husband going to do?
I bet a gravy boat would work in a pin.
It's no good at this.
Yeah, that's beginning to shine through.
It was so much easier when I was married. I'd buy something expensive. George would yell at me. I'd put on a see-through nightie, and that'd be the end of it. Why can't the government work that way?
According to the newspapers, a lot of times it does.
Didn't work last night, and it's not going to work tonight.
Ta-da! Come on, put it on.
Oh, It's beautiful.
The stone goes on top, Rose.
Oh, it is beautiful.
No questions asked. She's gonna blow it.
Okay, Paul, we'll see you at the rally on Pier 5. Oh, the Dolphin will really appreciate it. Oh, isn't this exciting, taking part in a protest?
Excuse me. My friend here would like to apply for a library card.
What friend?
Oh, the one who's checking out everything but the books.
Hi, what you reading? Oh, you must be a passionate man. Females to fondle? Coming, Kendall.
Compliments of Mr. Nesbitt.
Well, how sweet. I'll take it.
No, I've got it, man. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God!
I wouldn't even budge for Julio Iglesias.
I know grief. It takes time.
Please, Rose. Listen, if you're Irish, you have a wake. You eat, you cry, you drink, you vomit, and you're done. If you're Jewish, you cry, you sit, you eat for 7 days, you put on 10 pounds, and it's over.
And they live in St. Olaf's?
Yes.
Oh, you must be very proud of them.
I am. So when was it you visited St. Olaf?
Oh, Lord, it must be 50 years ago now. I went to a wedding.
Well, yeah. I guess this is it.
Right.
Well, I bought those big illustrated storybooks all the time.
And I bet your kids loved them.
No, they had their own books.
Ma, you've been in there for 20 minutes. Now, what are you doing?
Stick around a while.
Get rid of him.
I think he's coming down with the flu.
Who cares?
Don't explain, Rose. I used to live with a couple of bitches myself.
Ma, you coming?
But I rented Scarface. All right, I'll go too. Hey, I got an idea. We got all these fruitcakes from this Christmas, last Christmas, and the Christmas before that. Why don't we gather them all up
And when you don't.
Saturday night kid stuff. Get lucky on a Tuesday morning, then call me.
I guess I'm just not attracted to crossing guards.
Dorothy, a guy sets a folding chair up in front of my house. I want to know more.
Stick ball on the corner?
Ma, they were beating a man. That's sort of why I called the police.
Ah, they were just having a good time.
Now look, Ma, I don't...
She's very bright.
Your witness?
Angelo, isn't it true that the Zaborniks make you live under deplorable conditions?
No.
And isn't it true that from time to time they shut off the power to the entire building just for funsies?
Who cares story? That is a why in the hell tell in the first place story.
Blanche,
I'm sorry, but it's just that I actually went through a very rebellious stage as a teenager. I know how difficult it can be.
Well, what did you do that was so rebellious?
When I was 15, I dropped out of school for a month to become a magician's assistant. When I was 16, for that jacket, and before you walk out of here with it, why, there's something that I want to say to you.
What?
The zipper sticks a little.
Pardon me, excuse me, sir. Would it be possible for me to try that jacket on just for a minute?
No time, ma'am. Michael has to get to the concert.
Look.
Yes, but the chain leaves the eye even lower. to that huge spare tire. Jutting out over those square, manly hips.
Why don't I just wear a sign that says, too ugly to live?
Fine, but what are you going to hang it from, the chain?
Book, Monkey Love. Stan came to me as a needy person. I've shown him that he can be happy with an inanimate object. In other words, Stan, you are now an independent person. You don't need this monkey.
Wait a minute, Doc. You're not thinking about taking away Fifi, are you?
Okay, maybe I jumped the gun here.
Blanche, what is that thing?
She's decided to install a change machine.
Oh, it's called a Holter monitor. Makes a kind of ticker tape of the heart.
What's wrong with your heart?
Oh, nothing. Dr. Stein just thought it sounded a little irregular. I think it's because I'm...
Pleasure. Wow, what a hunk.
I know. Eat your hearts out.
Blanche, did it ever occur to you that possibly Rose or I might be interested in Jay?
Yes.
And you still used every cheap ploy to nab him before we had a chance?
Yeah.
Then what?
Ma, Phil is not gay.
You mean you're gay? What, your friend Gina's having some sort of membership drive?
Ma.
Dorothy, I know you don't get many dates, but stick with what you know. At your age, it's very hard to break into something new.
Rose, that's terrible.
What happened?
Well, when the nitrous oxide wore off and my head began to clear, Lou, that's my dentist, said he was checking my heartbeat, but I think he was up to more than that.
Well, why, Rose? I mean, what gave you that idea?
I don't think wowie wah wah wow is a medical term. Health, she loved it. She took it to bed with her. She taught it to fetch. She'd throw a ball and he'd bring it back, and she'd throw a ball and he'd bring it back. Well, I guess I don't have to tell you that's pretty much what fetch is.
What the hell are you talking about?
Ask the towel lady.
I won't ever ask you for anything again.
All right, I'll see you in a week. Now, I'll call myself collect tonight, and you'll tell him I'm not home, and that way you'll know I arrived.
Did I say there was a problem?
Well, you said you wanted to talk about it.
Well, I mean, can't one have a discussion without there being a problem?
Well, I thought maybe you were feeling guilty.
Guilty? I have nothing to feel guilty about. I am having the time of my life. I just wanted to, say it out loud. But listen, honey, don't mention...
Does Nyland live here?
I'm Rose Nyland.
Aren't you fellas a little overdressed?
Oh, I told you we didn't have to wear a tie.
Allow us to introduce ourselves. I'm Len, this is Sven, and this is Ben.
We are the Toppelkoffer triplets.
How odd. You don't look anything alike.
I remember it so well, just like it was yesterday. That night under the dogwood trees, the air thick with perfume, and me with Billy. Or Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, it was Bobby. Or was it Ben?
With me.
Oh, really? Listen, I know one of the judges. Just keep telling the little bald guy he's been naughty.
Hello, my name is David Patton, and I'm looking for Mr. George Devereaux.
Yeah, I'll get him. Oh, he's dead.
And unless we use them as placemats, your sister will never know.
Finally, someone she can talk to.
I just hope it doesn't make a fuss when my sister's here.
I thought you hate this sister who's coming.
I do.
A new and fascinating friend. Oh, thank you so much. I'm really touched. Look, why don't I go ahead and get the coffee and let the three of you get to know each other?
Barbara, that is such a stunning brooch. Wherever did you get it?
Oh, I was in Morocco working on a novel, not to mention a dashing young Moroccan.
Fault. We behaved like a bunch of teenage groupies.
The first good-looking, sexy, debonair, charming man that rolls into town. We got on him quicker than mustard on a tie at a county fair.
No, it's hard to stay mad at the guy. I hope you like it extra flat and crispy.
It's a pizza, Rose.
I knew that. I just meant what kind.
Did you really know that, Rose?
No, but I thought I could cover.
I'm going to call him up. And tomorrow night, I'm going out with that man again, and I don't care what amount of seducing it takes. But as God is my witness, I am not returning to this house until he has begged, beseeched, and pleaded with me to go to bed with him.
You know, that was the original
Fight.
No, I saw it. I was here.
Well, there doesn't seem to be any problem now.
I thought you said this was a cold drink. It's lukewarm.
I told him no ice.
You dumb bunch of galoot. What do you think makes it cold?
Your attitude is making me cold, woman, so lighten up and say thank you.
Yeah. And I got Maslansky to take part of my patient load, too. In fact, I got him to take it all for the next 3 days while we're here in New York on our second honeymoon.
George, I love you.
I love you, too.
But honey, this isn't our second honeymoon.
I guess I love him. I can't believe it. Of course, I don't love the fact that he still keeps his toupee in the lettuce crisper. But it does look fresher, and you deal with it.
Dorothy, if you do love him, tell your mother. Date me, called and canceled.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Was it anybody special?
Well, that's not the point. He might have taken me someplace where I'd meet someone who is.
Well, you know, it's amazing. Beneath that thin veneer of superficiality, somehow miraculously, there is another, even thinner veneer.
Dorothy. Well, you look lovely. Oh, for your television debut. Oh, they're beautiful. Dorothy. Good luck.